1,000 bottles of baby oil on the wall. You take one down and pass them around.
I respect it. I would say, but
You sound like Boosie right now.
Hold on, you cracked something with baby oil if my shit wasn't wet before?
no, the baby oil is for the aesthetic.
Oh, got
It
you.
ain't to get nobody wet. It's for the, you gotta be shining. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that confuses me is like one bottle of baby oil
Lasts for life.
It lasts forever. So 1,000 is wild.
Nah, you ain't shining your joints enough.
It ain't shiny. You know, it's shiny.
Yo, can you imagine Puff? No, Playboy, that ain't enough. Oh, baby boy, yo, you need to put some more on that. Like, he's such a like dictator, pause. That like I can see him like definitely. You know, like I've seen Making the Band where I've seen him like really break somebody down. Where he be like, "Yo, Playboy, the way that you know what I'm saying, I don't like the way you need to be doing this. Your swag ain't, you know, I can see him, yo, give me that baby oil. You ain't really rocking that right, Playboy. Let me show you how to. You got to get up on there."
Yo, was it baby oil straight up or was baby
like-
oil gel? You know, baby oil gel
See, the
changed
gel?
the game.
You might need more gel than oil.
Now he had the KY too, though. Not just he had the baby oil and the KY.
He had they showed it like it's like
You gotta
like the
respect it. You
Johnson and Johnson. It's just like he got all these.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest though. Baby oil isn't illegal.
No, it's not.
So them
So
showing
why
that
they season?
because they just trying to embarrass him.
Yeah.
At that point, you're trying to embarrass the man. Like that's corny.
Facts.
That's corny. Like, it's not illegal.
Really, that's more of the paraphernalia. Like,
Yeah, like, yeah,
that's
come on, this is
paraphernalia.
crazy, like-
Because it's like if we was like, yo, Rain is a drug dealer. Now here he has 1,000 boxes of baking soda.
Right. But still,
No drugs, but you know where he's going.
You got a point
You
with
know
that.
where he's going with
But
this.
they have to show it. Them showing
Nah,
it
they
is crazy.
did it. That was OD.
Now,
OD.
question for you: is it a smart business move when Diddy gets out for Johnson and Johnson to throw him a sponsorship?
Yes, they should.
Man.
But do you think it will actually raise their
Yo,
sales?
I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie. When Diddy gets out, is crazy.
Yeah, he's not getting that.
He's getting out.
Yeah.
He's getting out.
No, I don't
He's
think
getting
so.
out. Diddy's getting
I
out.
thought he had a chance for a minute, and then I read some more stuff. He's done.
But those are the same charges that Tip and Tiny had.
But here's the thing: he's got witnesses, and they up there crying. And
Yeah,
them-
but they gotta be,
they're credible. But and there's proof. Like they got text messages of him saying like trying to like come back to the house. The cops are here. Like it's just a mess. And all you got to prove is he's the head of Bad Boy as an enterprise, and he was using his employees to coerce people into doing this and sign waivers and do and which you have.
But signing waivers is like
It's normal in the industry.
that's normal. Now.
Yeah, but if I say, hey, Rain, I need you here at 3:00. You work for Bad Boy, I'll pay you, right? Yo, go get him and go get them the drugs and go see what she needing. I'm wrong now. I'm guilty now for telling you to do that, and I'm your boss. That's the head
I
of
don't
the
know how
RICO.
that goes.
That's the head
I
of the
don't know how
criminal
that
enterprise
goes.
right
Nigga
there.
want me to pick the Molly up. I'm going to grab the end.
Yeah, and I'm at fault for telling you to do it, and I pay you, and I'm your boss, and I'm intimidating people. I'm muscling them. I'm paying them. It's just not a good look for me. If
So-
that was me.
So here's the underlying thing I want to talk to y'all about, right? We have fun on the pod, but at the end of the day, we're journalists. Like, people like our pod because we say credible things, right?
Correct.
So I see there's a sentiment that this irresponsible journalism and assuming that Diddy is guilty. But
It is.
let me ask you a perfect question. Let me direct this towards you, Mr.
Please
Rain.
do.
You know what I'm saying? What's the line that we toe between irresponsible journalism and come on, son?
Nah, come on, son, is irresponsible journalism. I really believe that. Like, you're innocent until you're proven guilty,
Right.
man. Let him have his day in court. I mean, I get it. It's all fun and games. It's jokes. We want to be entertained, especially as like the black community. We don't take shit serious anyway. So like, as long as people are gonna joke, clown, or whatever, I get it. But realistically, he deserves to have his day in court.
Yeah, he deserves his day, but I think just looking at the fact, like New York don't play. Like, they put Epstein away. They put R. Kelly away. They, they don't mess around. If they get you in New York, they put Lil Wayne in jail. Yeah, like they.
Okay, I'm gonna take this somewhere else without getting our whole
You don't have
pod
to all
snatched
be all
off
the way
YouTube.
guilty.
Right.
So let's talk about Epstein for a second. Jeffrey Epstein, right? Did y'all see what they said that cops found when they went in his house?
No.
A lot of it I don't even want to say. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of the
Wild
blood.
shit.
Just crazy paintings of depicting younger people and
He was
just
he
like
was on them. Yeah.
stuff that might have belonged to other celebrities, like just like a certain well-known person head on top of a weird body. There's like all type of
Paintings of this
statues,
stuff.
paintings, statues, pictures, all kind of craziness in his crib, right? So basically, he tried to blow the whistle on other famous people, and he ended up taking his life in the cell, right? To the regular everyday person who goes to work and watches the Shade Room and listens to some podcasts, like everything is Illuminati. Everything is, oh, well, he sacrificed his friend. Everything is that. What's the difference between that and what's actually happening? Do y'all think that there's a lot of truth to all those rumors?
I don't know. I mean, I think
I'm not saying specifically with Diddy. I'm just saying anytime this celebrity stuff.
Oh, I
comes
mean, I
up.
do believe that like when somebody's in power, if they don't want you in power, then yeah, they'll do everything to assassinate your character, put
Right.
you in jail, get you knocked off, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do believe that's true. But that goes for like anything. That's on the smallest level. Like is that it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. If I'm on the street corner and I'm trying to take over this block and I feel like you're threatening to me, it could happen. Right? If I'm in a corporate office and I feel like you could interrupt me moving up, I could jam you up and plant something on you. So of course this is happening on a high level. That's we've heard stories or whatever, but it's hard to pinpoint what's happening, who's doing what with the lack of information, because with the internet you got to take everything with a grain of salt.
Let me take it a step further. I've seen other podcasters or celebrities defending Diddy like to the end, and I'm looking at it like, yo, son is pandering. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now as people in the media space, anytime these big stories come out about a big celebrity, you see a lot of people not wanting to say anything because they feel like, oh, I might could go into business with this person or anything like that.
Correct.
How do y'all feel about like us having a platform talking about this stuff and towing a thin
Well, I
line?
mean, me personally, I don't know Diddy, so I'm
Right.
not defending him. I'm not. I just like I don't know what's going on, and to be honest, I could care less if we're being truthful. Like I don't know the man, but to somebody who might know him and have a relationship with him and want to, ride for their mans, especially if they feel like their mans is innocent, then like what could
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah, I'm not vested in this.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like, but like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and bash him just because it's trendy to do so.
Well, I look at it like, well, let me ask you this, PC. Do you believe in where there's smoke, there's fire?
Absolutely.
So, and I think that's the biggest thing that's catching Diddy up right now. And you also got to think culture is in a place where Boondocks told us about R. Kelly and we ignored it for an extra 15 years.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And then it comes out and it's like, duh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's mad people that we ignored. Duh. You know what I'm saying?
You say teenager, what you mean? How young?
Oh my God, yo, that's
the most amazing.
that's
clip
crazy.
I ever
That's
seen.
like a homie. Good.
Oh man, that was
Just
amazing.
pack your bag and just go.
Yo, that was
Go to cell.
No. When you say teenage, how old we talking?
How old we
He
talking?
thought he had an angle too.
Right. Yeah, homie.
19 technically is.
Pack it up.
That's hilarious.
But no, I agree with what you're saying. It's right there in our face, and we all love Diddy. We love his music. We always do music. He's Puff, right? And we all grew up on him, his influence. We're all influenced by Puff Daddy, 1,000%. But when you go left and do what he's done, all of his stuff has kind of come to light, like the Cassie thing, like that. It was like, all right, it's really no defending that Puff. Like,
No, that was dead wrong.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I could look at that and be like, that was dead wrong.
That's a bar.
Huh?
That's a bar.
What?
Dead wrong.
Dead wrong.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I could look at that and be like, I seen this with my own eyes. That was
Yeah.
dead wrong. You
Right.
filed for that. You shouldn't have done that.
Right.
You should have let her leave. You're wrong.
Right.
But then when it comes to like stuff I haven't seen or I don't really know,
Right.
then it's like, well, I'm gonna choose to just not say nothing.
Well, the masses don't. They say, hey, we heard about you stealing, PC, and we have tape of you stealing. Now, these other people, all these people say you stole from them too.
You're a thief.
You're a thief.
Right.
So that's kind of like Puff. It's like, Cassie said this, well, such and such said this, and such said this, and all your artists said you do this, and all the everybody can't be telling the same lie, and that's really what was messing Puff up. And then you know, when you talk about the stuff that happened with the liquor company, to me, that's when it went off the rails for me. Like with him, like once he did that, and they're like, we put this money in your pocket, we helped you, and you want to sue us? Oh, and they really like made an example out of him. They brought out the Tupac shooting, they brought out Cassie, they brought out to me, he should have just stayed in the house. If he would have stayed in the house, I don't think, because every time he pop out and smile, they go, new charge. A new charge.
Right.
You got to lay low.
So it's two things here. I don't know if Diddy might go under for something recent. I honestly think something from his past is going to get brought up that's going to make everybody say, wow. Like, as far as the general public, it's going to be a lot of people coming out saying, yeah, people in the inner circles knew this, but it's going to be wild. And I have a feeling it's going to be linked to Uptown Records, Andre Harrell, Heavy D, and Kim Porter. That's just how I feel.
I heard that stuff.
All the information is circling around. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing I want to say, y'all know about Behold a Pale Horse, William Cooper?
Yes.
So, you know, William Cooper had basically worked his way up to the point where he got the job to where before a president has to sign off on like classified documents, he had to proofread them first, right? And so in secrecy, he took like the 2,500, like over a span of like 10 years or something like that, he took the 2,500, what he believed to be the most like shocking and influential documents, he just sent them out to all the most influential people in the world, like different countries and everything. He spent his own money, mailed them out. And the main thing that he was saying is like, yo, when you hear like these conspiracy theories or anything like that, he was like, a lot of people think like, oh, if you say this, if you do this, the government will kill you. He was like, they don't have to. For any information that you might have, all they got to do is send out somebody else and make them tell a slightly different story that's not true at all. Because all you do is confuse the public. The internet, for instance, you got 50. We was talking about theories about like the earth is hollow or this is that or this is that. There's so many theories. One of them could be true. We don't know which one to pick. You know what I'm saying? And I think that like the media does this with information as well. Let's say there's one media outlet that really got all the real information. Okay, well, send this to Shade Room. Send this to Hollywood Unlocked. Send this to Vlad. Send this to this. Now the general public is hearing 45 different stories we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But with Diddy, I do think where there's smoke, there's fire. I just don't know which house on fire.
Or how much
How much
fire is it? Just because the smoke is like magnified?
Can you put the fire out with a blanket?
The thing,
do you need a whole?
Can you put the fire out with baby oil?
is baby oil flammable? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yo, I don't think so either. Here's the thing that I felt was kind of tricky is the like what is defined as trafficking. If you've ever flown a girl out for sexual purposes and it was understood that you were going to do that, that technically retroactively by law is trafficking. So I think that right there is just, I don't know when, and
So
they
makes
law
the man a human trafficker, and it makes the woman a prostitute.
Yep.
What if she flies herself out and have sex? Is she a trafficker and a prostitute?
She wouldn't be a prostitute because you didn't pay her, but you saying that she paid her own flight?
Yeah.
She would be aiding and abetting
Aiding and abetting
trafficking, a trafficker. I think so. So I think that's hilarious. I think that right there is just like whatever lawmaker put that in and got that into play was like a chess move.
That's
because at
bold.
any given time you could pull that trigger on somebody at some point.
Right.
If you've ever, flown a girl out,
But you know,
You pointed at
He like, what? And I had the open hand. I gave him the open hand deuce to the fist. Paper.
You flew something out.
Yeah.
You ever flew something out?
You know what? I
don't think so.
I have
Nah,
never.
I haven't.
I have.
Oh, Tom, we can't even answer this question. That makes you a human trafficker if you did.
Nah, not if you ain't.
But none of us did. Anyway.
No, the payment for paying to fly her out is considered.
If it's under,
So I can't cover your flight.
but
Nah,
here's
not if you have sex.
You're gonna have to word it. You're gonna have to word it like this. I'm paying you to fly to Atlanta and flying to Atlanta only. Anything else we do besides that has nothing
Nobody
to
ever even says, "Yo, I'm paying you, but you better let me crack when you touch." No, niggas just
Nah, but
flying out.
niggas might be like, yo, make sure you got something sexy on for me, baby.
Yeah, that's an
You
innuendo.
know what hotel we at?
That's
You know
insinuation.
of course we sharing a
You
bed.
leaning
I
on it.
already know once she say yes to the flight, I'm killing. Like,
Nah,
that's what I'm saying. Have you ever been a victim? Any of y'all ever been flued out? Shout out to Miami. Anybody ever been flued out?
nah, ain't no drugs ever fly.
I done been
me
flued
out.
out. You been
I done been flued out.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm
I think I have.
Yeah, shout out
so.
to Young Miami. You done been flued out? Well, that's what I'm saying. So at some point, if they wanted to get that girl, I mean, she paid. Now, even if you're with it and you just say, yes, she did pay, technically, if the DA wants to press that, that is a crime.
Okay,
That's crazy.
I have a bigger question for y'all, and this is
crazy.
be very careful because we tightrope walking like
We tightrope walking like
nice.
right now.
No, we robbing from Batman's family right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Okay.
All right, so I see a lot of people taking issue with the fact that you can bring up things years after they occur. Right?
Yeah, we're tight roping right now. I know
So-
where you.
Cause I already know you think this is new.
Yeah.
I-
So
I don't know where you're going yet. Keep going.
no.
This
So,
is stupid.
so my
We gotta skip this. We gotta skip.
It's over?
This is
It's
crazy.
Nah,
There's a responsible way to do this.
I don't know where he's going. I really don't know where he's going.
No. So what I'm saying is a lot of people take issue with things being able to be brought up legally years after they happen.
No statute of limitation.
Exactly. So my question to y'all is, should there be a cutoff point
Oh,
with certain
God.
things that
I
are seen
knew
as
he was
crime?
going there.
Because here's the thing though too, right? There are things that the world is different now than it
It
was
is. The
20,
world
30,
is
40,
different now.
50 years ago.
You're right about that.
And
A lot of stuff is new.
should that be taken into
lot of
account
stuff is new.
in the law? Because at the same time, you got old ass laws in certain states that they can choose to enforce if they want to
Correct.
enforce. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this.
I still haven't
I'm
heard the
gonna
left
say
turn
this.
or where this is bad.
No, I'm gonna say
No, it's bad because
it's
he's
bad.
thinking about his rebuttal.
No,
and he's
it's-
like, I can't say it.
I don't have a rebuttal.
bad. It's bad if you say like, yo, you should get a window of 2 to 3 years to come out. After that, then you just gotta live with it. That's what makes it bad.
Right.
So
You can't
I'm
say
gonna
that.
say this: the way that the women have, said, like in recent years, like once they see that one woman come forward and mustered up the courage to be like, forget it, I don't care if ain't nobody ready to speak out about Puff, I'm gonna be the first one to do it.
Right.
It makes them feel more comfortable with telling their story. And nobody wants to be the first person for whatever reason. So even if it happened to me 5 to 7 years before it happened to you, so you probably waited 5 years of your own. So now I'm probably about 13 years in that it happened to me. But since you're coming forward and everybody's on your side, I'm like, okay, man, I could tell my story now. So women really feel like they shouldn't have no cutoff period because to muster up that courage takes more balls than you think. That's what they say.
Yeah.
So
I actually agree with that. Bro. What you
I
gonna
do
say?
too.
I agree.
I agree with it because at first, like when you hear that, you be like, "Oh man, she lying. It can't be that many. Like, why y'all ain't say nothing when it?" And I get that, but I forget that I'm a man. So as a man, you know, you're not that women aren't responsible, but it's on you, and it starts with, and it ends with you. The only time like where I would kind of be apprehensive about saying something if it was a situation where someone had more power than me. Let's just say like the police. If the police did something to me or whatever the case might be, I wouldn't be running up to the police station saying, "Hey, they did something." They're gonna be like,
Right. It's like, who do you even tell?
exactly, because you don't trust them, and they have the power to shut you down. But if you told and you got some light, you told you got some light. Oh, so y'all accepting complaints now? Oh, I can say something. now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how a woman does. With if I say something, he's too big, he's too powerful. He'll pay. But if enough of us do it, that's kind of where they're coming from. And so so that's the only thing where I'm like, all right, I see that point, but I don't agree that all of them are telling the truth. No, but you never know.
I'm not gonna lie. some of the stories about Puff are crazy. Like the Elliot Wilson's wife thing.
I never heard that story.
So Elliot Wilson's wife, I believe, was working at, I think it was Vibe magazine. She was working at Vibe magazine, and they did a cover shoot with him. He was supposed to be on the cover, and he was like, "Yo, I got to see it before it comes out." And she was like, "Yo, that's against our policy." And he basically went up to the thing and was like, "Yo, if you don't let me see it, like, I'm gonna do something to you." She was like, "No." She had to get escorted out, and he was threatening, making threats on her life and all type of other stuff. And they ended up not letting him see it. And then magically, like a couple weeks later, all the servers went down for Vibe, and they didn't know what happened and stuff. But she was basically saying like Diddy was behind it and stuff. I think what's gonna do him in is 2 million stories coming out like that.
But I mean, he should have just shut the servers down without making the threats, the death threats.
But when you
He showed his hand.
He shut his hand.
but
He shut it down. Like, oh, y'all don't want to show me the cover?
Okay.
But all right, let me put it to y'all like this: from watching mob movies growing up, you know what I'm saying, knowing what the mob was doing, and now seeing these dudes get on DJ Vlad and and talk about all the
Right.
stories. You know what I'm saying? You can clearly see, if from nothing else, it's evidence that like people were power tripping. They thought they could never be touched.
Right.
They thought things were gonna last forever. When you
Right.
feel like you're in a position to have absolute power and you control everything, you start tripping. Not everybody, but certain people start tripping crazy. And I just think a lot of these
I mean,
fools-
people trip regardless, right? Like,
Yeah.
you have these conversations going on the internet every day about men saying how they want their woman to act in the house, or women saying how they want their man to act in the house. Now, you take these same people that we here talking every
Give
day,
them
and you give them a half $1 billion
$1 Lord.
or $1 billion.
Lord.
They doing
Right?
whatever they
So
want.
you have poor people commenting on rich people problems, saying what they would be doing. You beat your girl now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you smack your man up now when he not acting right. Like, you be like,
He's
Smacking
right.
your man up is crazy.
Right.
but it's the truth, right?
Yeah.
It's
You right.
really the truth. If I gave you $1 billion and tell you now,
Nah.
Now go out there in the free world.
what? So it's like, yo, you have a bunch of regular people comment on what they would do or how what's right and what's wrong. Man, listen, that's why I said, like, a lot of that stuff I can't even wrap my head around.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to like women. I know women right now. Like, when's the last time you been to the strip club?
Don't
Like,
ask me.
wow.
Like that bent over, ass over. Like, take that. Like, get your money from up under me. Like, they crawling, grabbing it. Like, is that wrong? Like, are they being treated? with
It feels bad when they try to scream up, and I'm just like this.
That was kind of wrong.
Like, yo, I'm violating shit.
Violating shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like a
Kicking
bit.
somebody money is crazy.
Yeah, like,
Take that shit.
Grab a dollar right here that fell on the table.
you just throw it back on the floor.
Yeah, here you go,
So
sure.
it's like, yo, I'm just saying that to say it's a lot of things that are like perfectly legal. Doesn't mean it's like morally correct.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I would like, and you have certain women like making the decision to come like fuck with a rich nigga. Like, and that's another thing too, because I think a lot of the women that are speaking about this are like really good women. Like the women that are like online,
They don't know. I got what you're saying.
they like, it's like you have like women who can't even. Women who can't
Yeah,
wrap their head
yeah, they
around
don't
like,
know.
how does somebody end up like that? Well, because these are not the same type of. These are bitches.
Yeah.
And I'm not speaking about Diddy situation
Yeah,
specifically,
I know, I got
but
you.
it's plenty of times like I know women who are like dog ass bitches. Like we keeping it. You got to. I got to find a way to rephrase that so you don't got to because you be blanking me out on the clips.
Who's a famous female?
I know
Lassie?
women
You know
personally.
some lassies.
I know women personally who are straight dogs.
Right.
Right. Who will let a man do whatever they want for a bag and some heels.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right. And if this doesn't go right for them, they'll
Get
paint
gone.
you as the worst
Yeah.
person ever.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of women who are like really doing their thing out here and like have their principles and integrity intact, they can't even wrap their head around why y'all treating this woman so dirty? Because she's a dog. She's not y'all. Y'all not the same species of person.
I agree. I agree.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that just to be clear, like I don't trust everything a woman say, and I'm not gonna be up here on any platform pandering to these hoes because they all not the same. Now to my sisters who out here doing their thing and they don't even find themselves in them type of situations because they not so thirsty to get next to a nigga with money. They not so thirsty to get next. They're out here chasing something more than just the bag. Shouts to them, mad respect to them. We love y'all. We ain't never talking down on y'all. And we're smart enough to understand the difference.
Nah, they chasing a bag. They just want to get it on their own.
Right.
Yeah.
Or get it with your partner.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or get it with your partner. But you ain't ready to, you're not going to call up your homegirl. Let's go. Yo, so-and-so got the bag. Girl, we go over there and suck him dry.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Cause they,
Oh, wow.
Cause them hoes exist, man. And I'm not going to keep bunching everybody together.
So let's do this, man. Rain, look into the camera, man.
Yeah.
We need to tell all these other podcasters out there, you know what I'm saying, that they need to do everybody a favor and come up with classifications before you speak on people. We can't
Please,
generalize.
Yo, please stop jumping to conclusion. Please stop talking just because you enjoy your voice. I get it. You've been listening to yourself talk since you were. When do people learn how to talk?
About two.
About two. You enjoy your voice, but just take some time to shut up for a minute and do the research, understand what's going on, and really just don't jump into a topic just because it exists. You could be like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't get it. I don't have enough information. I'll pass that one on to somebody who's more qualified.
Because not only in the courthouse, but also in the media, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Right. This is like the court of public opinion is way worse than the court. Everybody's guilty already. And that's another thing. Like a lot of people that be talking loud. I'm on one now. Let me go. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be talking loud. It be the people who have nothing going on. And it satisfies them to see somebody else being broken down because you've never had a dream that worked. You don't even know how to dream. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you see somebody crumbling down in front of you, you enjoy it. You get a thrill from it. You bond with other people that's going through the same trauma, and you're ready to rip them down. And y'all make memes and fun. Y'all not that funny anyway, to be honest. Like just to be real, like all that, it's like fake comedy relief for each other. For all you people that's at the bottom scrambling like roaches. So we don't want to hear that shit. Like, and this ain't in defense of Diddy. Period. I'm just speaking in general because it happens all the time with everyone. It's not even just celebrities because it could be a random video online. Like, oh, they did this. You just always like,
So let me ask y'all this. We're going to switch the topic.
Let's switch the topic.
It's enough about baby oil. You know what I'm saying? So look.
But hold up, real quick.
Yeah.
More baby oil or less baby
Moving forward,
Baby oil gel. Baby
You ever
oil gel.
shine something up before you crack?
I've never done that.
I've never done that.
I've never
either.
done that.
So more baby oil.
But I've seen that it was applied before.
Like so,
I didn't do
so
it.
hold on, you never gave a joint a massage and then crack?
Oh well, yeah. But that's for a massage, or that's like
No, but not
an
just
angle
for-
to get in.
Not just for
It's not.
I've
not
done it.
aesthetic.
But I don't feel like I've used enough. Like the 1,000 bottles of baby oil make me feel like I'm slacking somewhere.
I'm gonna be real
Bro, I
with you.
mean, bro, you a billion, bro. He getting pussy, boy. Like you don't never want to have to send a nigga back and be like, yo,
More baby oil.
go to the
No,
front of the
listen.
store.
So, all right, so what about this? What about this? Like, cause like in my closet is mad paper towels and like
And nigga stocked up.
you gotta stock up like paper towels,
Toilet
toilet paper,
paper.
like stuff that you keep in your house,
Yeah.
cleaning supplies. So for a rich freak,
Man, listen.
Nah, you would have been gangster.
Lots of KY, lots of baby oil.
I don't want to keep going back for this.
Man, listen. A stock up, like we said, baby oil. It's too much for one.
It's still too much.
So if you rich and you got, you know what? I just went to Costco's and I just bought 2 cases. That's 24 each or whatever. I got 48 cases. Okay, that should last you 2 lifetimes.
Right.
But 1,000, you bought
All right,
the overstock.
really?
You
But have
bought
you
the pallet. You bought pallets.
listen, this is what I said.
You
Next,
buying
the
pallets
next time the next time y'all choose to have fun with a woman, just for research purposes,
Hold on.
just try to use a half a bottle.
Here's my problem with
That's
baby oil.
Wow.
Here's my problem with
But
baby
there got to
oil.
be a baby oil room.
But that's what I'm saying. Baby oil is greasy.
Right.
If you get that on your leather or your couch or
your sheets.
I'm gonna tell you how
It
the
gotta be
secret.
like a baby oil, like an air mattress.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you how the secret.
Hotel is for the baby
You gotta
oil.
get
You don't
charged.
care what
Nah,
you
you're gonna get violated.
It
Why
has
is
to be like a
But hold on. We're leaving one thing out of this whole conversation. Condoms.
It was no condoms. They
Are
found no-
condoms obsolete or what?
They didn't find no condoms.
Condom and baby oil probably don't go together.
Yeah.
Damn, I just right when you said it, I was like,
yeah, they do not go together.
No, I'm
Condoms.
saying.
No.
I
nah.
want to know what the sales are on condoms in the last like decade or so.
Nobody uses those.
They gotta be up.
Nigga, yes we do, nigga.
AIDS is not a real
Yes we
thing.
do, nigga.
Oh,
You said AIDS doesn't exist
You trying to go
anymore.
viral?
Hey, yo, that was fire. That was
I
fire.
don't want to speak on that. No.
That was fire.
No, I'm not putting that in the air.
You trying to go
I'm
viral?
not speaking that on nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Left
Oh no.
30 years
Oh,
ago.
it's a thing for sure. Nah, you
But
don't.
nobody uses condoms.
It's a
You
thing,
heard
but
Lloyd Banks. He said, "I don't trust myself. I walk in the hotel with the condom
But
on."
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, bet you. If you want to live another 20 years, you
I'm
better.
not gonna lie, walking around with a condom under your jeans
That's
is
what
crazy.
he said. It was. I
That's
got.
wild horny.
I got. what
wild
he was
horny
saying.
and ready.
wow.
Yeah, but anyway,
That's what. Banks
anyway,
The-
y'all turn this into a baby oil cast. No, listen, Johnson, we need a sponsorship. We
I got something I want to say. One more about baby
Oh,
oil,
my
man.
God.
Shout out to baby oil. Not just baby oil, but this. Like when I saw like with the list and the things that are being revealed, does anybody like fear like the names that are coming out or whatever, which they haven't released any names yet, but when you see like Kevin Lyle step down from his position, is that like incriminating?
Indication of,
like, yo, it's about to get real. Let me get out of
Well,
the
let's
seat.
be real. Anybody that's a popular celebrity that you know everybody rocks with
Right.
to some extent, or people in similar positions rock with, a lot of these people be doing similar activities, or they wouldn't be cool
Right.
with each other.
Birds
You can
of a
tell
feather.
The people that don't hang out in these groups,
Yes.
like you wouldn't expect Denzel Washington's name to come up in any of this,
No.
right? Because he don't be from whatever we know. We haven't seen him in a million pictures hugging 10,000 celebrities at
Yeah.
every party.
Yeah.
For the last 40 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of course, somebody else is going to get wrapped up in this.
And
I think somebody's going to start telling.
of course.
I think the difference between the Diddy case and maybe a lot of other cases where somebody might have got off or whatever is I think people will be lining up to tell on Diddy. I think there'll be a line around the corner.
I agree.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but I also think it's gonna be a lot of people. I mean, who hasn't been to a Diddy party in that level?
Denzel
Like,
Washington.
Denzel, he got up out of there.
50 Cent.
You would go to
Yo, 50 Cent ain't go to
All right. Let's say this: if Diddy is acquitted of all charges,
Okay.
not guilty, New York City is up.
I'm going.
Diddy party,
I'm
the
going.
welcome home party. You ain't
I'm
going.
there. I'm
Yeah,
there.
I'm there.
You got to invite.
I'm there.
Nah, but you know what?
Word of
If
mouth.
Diddy welcome home party.
This is
I'm
what feels
dead.
weird about it, right?
Right.
This is what feels weird. When the freak off details came out about what he was doing with both sexes,
Yeah.
everybody was clowning, right? But I see a lot of people now that like Boosie, for instance. He'll publicly say he's not with messing with both genders and all this other stuff, right? But he's coming out defending Diddy super hard right now, right? To me, I think everybody that was making fun of him, everybody saying he was mad weird or he was nasty or whatever, immediately turning around and be like, my man's is home. It's kind of weird.
Would
People
you
do that.
go to the Diddy?
Here's
welcome
what I
home
want to
party?
know. You going to the Diddy and you
The
walk
only
in.
way I will
He's
go.
acquitted.
No, listen, this the only way
That
I will
doesn't
go.
mean he's guilty
No,
or not
listen,
guilty,
listen.
but he's in the court of
The only way I
He's
will
been
go,
acquitted.
look, is if y'all three said we are going. We need you there
As a pod?
we need you there to talk
need
business
you,
for the
nigga.
pod.
No, it's
That's
no
the
business.
only way I
It's no
do it.
business.
No business.
It's no
Have
business.
fun.
It's a party. We're gonna have a blast.
He's been proven innocent.
Whoever's messing with boys, that's their business. First of all, we don't knock the LGBT community up here. Y'all are free to do what y'all want to do. It's none of our business. So whatever's going on that side of the party, that's on them.
I don't want to go, man.
You don't want to go to the Diddy party?
Nigga
know-
just
you know,
don't
no,
want to
listen,
have
listen,
the stigma
listen.
to be like,
You know what I
saw
think
at
about
the
Diddy's party?
What?
Diddy parties is I feel like Murphy's law is in full effect.
Murphy
When-
Law.
I'm about to
when
say-
you walk
I'm about to
into-
ask
No,
Murph.
chill. But
I feel like I
nope.
seen Murphy Lee.
Nope. Nope.
No, we don't do
But I feel
dirty
like
that.
Murphy's law is in full effect.
You going to the
When
Diddy
you, wa-
party?
you know what Murphy's law is, right?
No.
What can go wrong will go
We'll
wrong.
go wrong.
It might.
I can't take.
You ain't
that
got to
chance,
stay that
man.
long.